Never used to cause this until I started using tretinoin. Good morning. So today I'm going to show you my skincare routine. I'll show you in the morning and then I'll also show you later tonight what I do, because I always get so many questions, and also because I changed up my routine a little bit. It is currently like 9 a.m. It's so hard for me to get up in the morning. But usually when I start out my morning skincare, I don't really like to wash my face. I used to wash my face in the morning. I just don't find it necessary for my skin. But I definitely do wash it at night. Some people don't wash their face in the morning, other people do. It just depends on your preferences. So sometimes I will wash my face in the morning, and when I do want to, I will use this CeraVe cleanser. It's the same one I use at night. It's super gentle. It doesn't really like foam up at all. It's like just like kind of creamy, and it doesn't make me break out at all, and I think that it just cleanses it perfectly. And then if I need a little extra cleanse, like if my skin is breaking out a little bit more, or I just feel like it's dirty, and I want to wash it in the morning and I don't want to use the ultra gentle stuff, I also have this acne foaming cleanser that's benzoyl peroxide in it. I don't like to use that one at nighttime only because it doesn't go well with tretinoin. And I put tretinoin on at night, and I just don't want to use those two together. But if you want to use the benzoyl peroxide face wash in the morning, you're perfectly fine to do that. Then in the morning, the first thing I do is I just apply stuff onto my skin that my dermatologist gave me, and that is, the first thing is called clindamycin. It kind of, when I put it on my skin, it kind of is like a toner. That's what it feels like. It's basically like a topical antibiotic, and it helps to reduce inflammation. It helps to kind of calm things down and reduce bacteria and stuff. It won't necessarily keep the acne away after I stop using it like a retin-A would. But since my skin was really inflamed when I went to the dermatologist almost 2 months ago, you need to calm it down, and it also helps to prevent dark marks from forming. And then after that, I go in with my CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion. There's two different kinds. There's a PM one, and this one just has niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and ceramides in it. I really like that it has niacinamide in it because I used that a couple of years ago for a couple of years when I was having skin issues, and it really helped to clear up my dark marks. I also have the CeraVe AM lotion, and this one is basically the same thing except it has 30 SPF in it. I don't like using this one by itself in the morning. I like to mix it with a little bit of the night cream because I just feel like it moisturizes my skin better, and my skin just feels a lot better when I do that. I just don't feel like this is as moisturizing as I would like. Like if you're like, oh, I can't use a lot of moisturizers like she is because I have oily skin, I have a crazy oily skin. So that is how important it is to moisturize your skin in the morning, and also put it on your neck. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I also like to wait a couple minutes in between things I'm putting on my face. So I'll put the clindamycin on, and then a couple minutes later I'll put on the moisturizers, and that's pretty much it. So that is it for the morning skincare. I like to keep it super simple. Simplicity is key. That's what I always tell people. I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I might put some makeup on once every 2 weeks, but just because we're in quarantine and I have a lot of online classes, I just don't find it necessary to put any on. Plus, it's like really good for your skin if you don't wear any. I'm trying to heal my skin right now, so I don't want to put a ton of crap on it. And if I am going outside more that day, I'll put more sunscreen on, but this is for a day where I'm just doing online classes all day and pretty much staying inside. Even if you're staying inside, you still want to wear an SPF because the sunlight coming in from the windows can still affect your skin, especially if you're currently using a tretinoin or you're on an antibiotic like I am, like doxycycline, whatever it is. Always wear sunscreen. Plus, it is the best way to prevent anti-aging, so do that. And I will see you guys in about 12 hours to do my nightly skincare routine. So I am back. It is currently around 8 o'clock, and now I'm going to do the night portion of my skincare. I usually wash my face in the shower with the CeraVe hydrating facial cleanser that I showed you in the morning. But I'm just going to show you out of the shower, obviously. But I'm just going to show you out of the shower of me washing my face. I do like to wash it in the shower just because I feel like I get a better clean. But if you are, just make sure that you're using lukewarm water and not hot water because that can irritate your skin and then cause breakouts. So just have it mild. Don't go crazy when it comes to washing your face in the shower or even in the sink too. So I will go in with the CeraVe hydrating cleanser. I'm not going to use the benzoyl peroxide one because I'm putting tretinoin on almost right after, and benzoyl peroxide and tretinoin don't mix very well, so even though it's just a face wash, I still just want to make sure that everything's all good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started washing my face.
Down, yeah. I've been feeling so down, yeah. Can you tell me why? I'm down, yeah. No friends of mine around, yeah. Now I'm thinking might have caught the June blues. Yeah, I wanna drown myself inside the juice.
So now that my face is all dry, I am going to put on 0.05% tretinoin cream. So the reason I'm using 0.05% instead of 0.025 is because I've used tretinoin in the past and I know how it works with my skin. But if it is your first time using tretinoin, I would recommend using 0.025%. The reason for that is because the higher percentages you go, the more irritating it can be on your skin, especially if it's the first time using it. There's also a couple different kinds you can get. This one is a cream, there's also a gel, and I feel like there's one other one, but I don't remember what it is. The gel they usually recommend for people with oilier skin, which I have, but I actually prefer to use the cream. And that's just in all areas of skincare. I like to use things that are actually for dry skin because over time I've learned that products that are geared towards people for oily skin, they tend to be very drying and irritating. So for example, the face wash, if I were to get a face wash that is specifically made for oilier skin types, oftentimes, if you've ever experienced this, you wash your face and then it dries and then it feels like your skin is so tight and you can like barely smile. That type of thing, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, your skin just feels so tight and like you can't move it until you put the moisturizer on. So I don't like that, and I want my skin to feel like nice and moisturized even after I have washed it. So by using like a gentle cleanser and by using a cream version instead of a gel, I just feel like it's less harsh on my skin, and usually when it's dry and it's stripping the oils away from your face, it's going to be more irritating for your skin. So that's why I like to use those gentle products. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my Tretinoin on my skin in a very small amount, and then right after that I'll put on some of my moisturizer with niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, and 3 essential ceramides. The main ingredient that I love about this is niacinamide. Like I said earlier this morning, niacinamide is great for hyperpigmentation and dark spots. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys how I do that. Like I said, I'm just going to put a super small amount on, like that. Like, literally hardly like any. So and once you put it on, you can definitely let it sink into your skin for a couple of minutes if you want. I find that it doesn't really matter for me. I can just immediately put on my moisturizer once I put the Tretinoin on. Also, if you're breaking out, don't feel the need to put more on. Just put the same amount on everywhere. A warning though, I would say when you're using Tretinoin is if you are a person that likes to wax your eyebrows, wax your upper lip, when using any Retin-A, and this goes for Differin as well, waxing your upper lip can sometimes take off the top layer of skin. And this has actually happened to me before because a retinol like Tretinoin or Differin causes your skin to get a little thinner while you're using it. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is a bad thing if you're wanting to wax like your upper lip or whatever. So it has happened to me before where I've like waxed the upper lip before, and it never used to cause this until I started using Tretinoin, and like a day later I would legit have like a small scab right here. So you have to be really careful. If you are wanting to wax at all, like for example if you're wanting to do your eyebrows for like a week or 2, I would say take a break from putting Tretinoin on your forehead area, and that should help thicken the skin a little bit and make it okay to wax. And then, but still put some on, like, you know, just whatever works for you. But that's just like a little warning while you're using this, because I don't want any of y'all start getting scabs on your face and be like, well, you told me. It's like, well, I'm not a dermatologist, so I just warned you. That's something that I've experienced, so. So when it comes to putting moisturizers on, if it's a good gentle moisturizer and it doesn't have any crazy ingredients like Cetaphil, CeraVe, stuff like that, those are pretty good ones. You can get them at the drugstore for a pretty good price. You can, I mean, to an extent, you can go ham on your moisturizers. It's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you don't put enough on. So it's okay if you put a little extra. It's actually really good for your skin to put extra moisturizer on and keep your skin like more dewy kind of and moist, I guess, because it helps the hyperpigmentation fade more over time, because it allows for more skin turnover or skin cell turnover or something like that. You can look it up, I'm sure, but I just like to put a little bit extra on my cheeks. So that is it for my skincare routine. The only other thing I do is I'm on doxycycline right now, which is an antibiotic, and I take that nightly right before bed or after dinner. And I take 1 capsule of 100 milligrams, and I'm on that for about 2 months. Like the clindamycin is doing on the outside, the doxycycline is helping on the inside. That is it for this little skincare video. If you enjoyed it or have any questions or any feedback really, because I'm not an expert or a dermatologist or whatever. I'm just some college girl doing this. So if you have any feedback or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And as always, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I love having you guys leave your comments and everything, and just communicating and interacting with everyone. It's so much fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video.